远古大陆群雄割据，四方势力战火不绝，一为勇气穿梭于丛林之间，一切障碍都被他视作为猎物。一为力量劈开了世间万物，巨剑出鞘是将世界破坏殆尽。一为智慧操纵着远古奥义，突破自身，迸发出耀世的光芒。一为坚韧，被囚禁了千百年，打破禁锢，只为复仇整个世界。群魔并起，鸟兽无名，王者相争，独霸天下。
Ready to work.
It is time! WGL playoffs are starting. Top 8 here in Shanghai. We will crown a new world champion, the first and most likely only champion in 1.30. Today, we have 2 quarterfinals, 2 best of 5s for you. It's Lin versus FoCuS and Moon versus Fly.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to these matches now for quite a few days. We had 3 days off, but now it's finally time to enjoy some good old Warcraft again. Exactly. We are down from 24 now to only 8. And Lin versus FoCuS to start with our Orc Mirror. We have 2 big favorites here today, to be fair. And we have heard a couple of rumors or a couple of voices already in the hallway. Oh man, I hope this is not going to be so much of a one-sided affair, because on paper, it's looking rough for FoCuS and Fly.
Absolutely. We're going to have some statistics on that later. But man, we're going to have 3 Koreans here today, and Korea is tearing it up. China was the dominant force of the Gold League tournaments as the homegrown players, but we have 4 Koreans here, only 3 Chinese, and of course, our 1 Ukrainian player, FoCuS, will join the battlefield tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. FoCuS, one of the only one to always make it out of the group stages, right? He still has that single title, or the only one who can call himself as successful. Not even Lin, not even 1-2-0, not even Infi or TH have been able to do that. TH, our current world champion, as you guys of course know, is out, and Infi the only representative.
And here is our first player, the Torrent Chieftain, the leader of the Horde. It's the newest addition to the Imba newbie lineup. Next to 1-2-0, next to Lawliot, we have Lin. And this was his match against FoCuS in the group stage. What a micro, not even losing a single map. Speaking of South Korea, this is Moon, who will play later. This is his match against Cash, where he surprised the Russians with mass and fast chimeras. This guy is unpredictable and undefeated.
Yeah, Moon, there's a lot of scary players here so far in this tournament. I think Moon is the most threatening and dangerous of all. Here we have FoCuS as well, playing really strongly. He thought he wouldn't make it out of the groups, but then with such strong performances, taking out 1-2-0 here as well, getting the victory that not many were expecting, and Lawliot, he as well, back in shape, another super scary player.
Defeating his clanmate 1-2-0, defeating Hawk in the best series that this tournament has seen so far. He seems to have no nerves, he's always there, super steady, great micro, great macro, almost no mistakes. He is Hawk 1-2-0, and remember FoCuS in the group stage, and winning Group D, he will play tomorrow against FoCuS. That is Team South Korea, as we said, the strongest force here at WGL Winter.
Absolutely. Half of them, or half the bracket rather, consisting of the South Koreans. So dominant in so many esports titles. But yeah, as you said, recently, or the previous years in the Gold League's always been China. Is it finally...
The Ginyu Force, ladies and gentlemen, Lin, Lawliot, FoCuS, and of course Moon. They want to break the curse, they want to be the first to break the Chinese reign in Gold Leagues, but there's one more foreigner, and that was FoCuS.
Back again, the old reliable. We were kind of almost joking about it in the group stage. We always underestimate him, kind of. He always gets those super scary groups, and we're like, you know, he's playing well. But I think this time he's not going to make it out. But no, he makes it out every single time. Over TH was it the case here in the Group A, Group of Death. with the 4-1 scoreline. Really good result. Only Lin he wasn't able to take out.
But you said he was saving tactics, saving the good plays for the playoffs, of course, with a little smile. He's the boxing champion. He's in tip-top shape, as you can see. He is the hope of the Western scene.
Absolutely. Once again, we must say. But this time, a few people came close, right? Hawk almost got through, Cash almost got through. This is promising for the future as well. But yeah, in this top 8, Froggy from Spain. And now we have the Chinese players coming.
Fly. Always struggling, but he is the Vice World Champion. Never underestimate this guy. And this is the breakout player of WGL Winter so far. Colorful is on a steady rise in the Warcraft scene for the very first time in 4 participations, making it to the playoffs in a group together with Fly, defeating Fly, only losing to Danger. That was quite surprising, but apart from that, super steady performance and yeah, quite surprised. And of course, Infi, one of the most legendary humans that this game has ever seen. If he makes it into the top 4, he will surpass Grubby in all-time earnings, making it top 4.
Yeah, he makes it through once again. One of the juggernauts, of course, but it was so close. It was so extremely close. Had he lost to Cash, it was a 1-2, or a 2-1 rather, I should say for him. Had it been a 1-2, it would have been Cash making it through. So this was a very close call. Not only for him, but also for Fly. Yes, a couple of Chinese make it through, but very close calls.
Fly and Infi, the only 2 players remaining that have won this tournament before. The first edition was Infi, the second one was Fly, so it's quite some time ago until they saw the success. But they were in finals, they were close, and they want to represent China here. It is about honor as well. China has lost the next clan war against Korea. They have won the second last clan war against Korea as well. So here they are, standing strong, showing a little, showing off a little, and they will play Warcraft 3 Reforged in between the best of 5s here later. Infi and Colorful.
Where's Fly?
Where's Fly? Good question. Maybe spending his time at home? Maybe practicing a little? Oh no, he's not at home, of course. He will play later. Sorry, maybe practicing now at home and arriving a little later.
Is he getting ready for a grand entrance here? No, apparently not. I hope he'll be showing up later, but that's only going to be our second game of the day. We have 2 best of 5s for you today. And we're starting off with an all-Korean Orc Mirror. And normally, Lin doesn't give those away.
That is absolutely true. He has the most dominant win rate in any matchup, in any of all the players, man. 80% win rate. That is absolutely insane.
It's completely unbelievable. This is, yeah, out of all players, out of all matchups, just let that sink in. We have a lot of players and a lot of matchups, a lot of dominant players as well. Think back on the golden days of 1-0 versus Night Elf. Maybe not so much anymore. It was very high, but it wasn't that high. Lin, he's not going to be plagued by balance. This is Orc Mirror all the way through, you know, every time perfectly balanced. But somehow, he always wins. Always.
It's true. And it doesn't matter if he loses his Blade Master, if he loses his Shadow Hunter, if his opponent has a Mana Stone and 2 big heal mana potions or a Vamp Aura. He finds a way to get back in those games despite item advantages or position advantages. It really does not matter. But to put this in perspective, how good this is, or how good this Orc Mirror especially is, because don't underestimate FoCuS. Lin is 10-1 against Fly, so that's pretty cool, but FoCuS is also 5-1 against Fly. So if it's against someone else, some other Orc in the world, FoCuS is there, and FoCuS is also very, very dominant in Orc Mirror. But Lin is just on the next level. It's going to be super hard for FoCuS, but there are chances, especially in this matchup, when it comes to items. And FoCuS, as the hands and happiness of the Warcraft world, he needs a little luck, but he is not without chances against the newest edition of Newbie.
No, absolutely not. Now, Lin almost always wins his Orc Mirrors, and especially the important ones, it seems. Now, to give a fair chance to the statistics, though, of recent matches, in one of the monthly races against Soin, Lin actually lost an Orc Mirror with 2-0. Maybe we have to see that in perspective, though. He was already qualified. He didn't need to advance so badly. Maybe he didn't try to win so badly. But the point being, he is beatable, but FoCuS is going to have to work for it.
Absolutely. Here we see our maps. The good maps for Night Elf seem to be Echo Isles and Terranas. Oh no, Echo Isles is the most picked, Terranas is the most banned. Alright, now I understand it. CH, of course, the map for the Orcs that we will see first, the map with the fountains. No big surprise that the Orcs love it.
Yeah, Twisted Meadows has been the map that we've seen the fewest by far, I think, in this tournament so far. Humans and Undeads especially not favoring them, but we only have one player for those two races remaining, being Infi. It's gonna be a big question mark for tomorrow. What's his races gonna be? He's of course a player capable of playing all races.
Interesting statistics here. Every race is basically 50-50 except the Scourge. But of course, we have to see that a lot of weaker players were Orcs, for example, Danger, or Night Elves also, Sini, Hunter. They drag their races down a little, I guess. In those top 8, we have a lot of Night Elves, we have a lot of Orcs, only one human race. So, Orc and Night Elf, they are dominating here.
Okay, so we have the Mass-Pacific scoreline. FoCuS seems like doesn't favor Amazonia at all. And Lin taking out Echo in all his games. That's very surprising.
Yes, as an Orc, that is absolutely surprising. 4-0 on Northern Isles. He seems to be very prepared on the new maps. 2-1 on CH, that's okay.
Yeah.
Last Refuge FoCuS 3-1, and CH also 3-0, so they do prepare for the new maps as they should.
Alright, to the left we have Lin, the big favorite here. Absolutely. The ultimate weapon, as you like to call him. He doesn't really have weaknesses, he's got a lot of strengths. But despite those, here you can see his phenomenal record of the group stage as well. Despite those immense strengths, here at the Gold League, for whatever reason, it's not been going that well. No championship, only one grand final. How is that possible for a player of his skill caliber?
That is true, and also only one top 4. So when he made it to the finals, that was the only time he made it into the semi-finals even. FoCuS also one semi-final that he played, but yeah, not too successfully as well. He defeated Hunter 1-0 Hawk, and Sini only defeated by Lawlight, and that was a very close series, man. One-sided match on each side, but the third map was really, really great. It could be his breakout performance. He still wants this one big major title. Here we see the maps. FoCuS bans Echo Isles. Lin gets rid of Terraner Stand.
Okay. Interesting. So, both great Blade Master maps being taken out. I've seen quite a bit of farce here from Lin coming into the meta in the new patch. Was completely considered unplayable before the most recent patches, with Farseer dropping off and Blade Master just being so super strong. But Lin is Lin, man. I think Lin can even play Shadowhunter first in this matchup if he really wants to.
Well, we have seen that a little with the Shadowhunter first and then followed up by a Blade Master. It's very, very rare, but certainly an option if you want to go for the big heal wave first, because heal wave is the skill in this matchup. We will go into that a little once the game starts. Northern Isles, one of the bigger maps. We have seen it a lot here. Same goes for Concealed Hills, so good choice by the organizers to pick those two maps. And it is time for the first quarterfinal in the Warcraft 3 World Championships. It's 2 times Korea, it's 2 times Orcs. It's Lin versus FoCuS for the Frozen Throne.
And perhaps also for the throne of the Horde. Who is the best Orc player? Who is the best Orc mirror player in the world? This is where FoCuS can, you know, make a statement for himself. When the question is asked, who's the best Orc player in the world, normally the answer is always Lin. And maybe somebody's gonna say Fly, but is anybody ever really gonna mention FoCuS? No. But now, if he wins this, he's really gonna make a splash.
Absolutely. This goes for Korea as well. When we talk about Korean Warcraft, everyone's mentioning Moon. Everyone is mentioning Lin. With his cool playstyle, with his cool personality, a lot of people mention Lawlight as well. FoCuS is always flying a little under the radar. He's not too oppressive, not making a big scene out of everything. He's always there.
Yeah, and he's like neither flashy in-game, rarely, I guess if you discount the special creep routes with item sniping perhaps, and especially not out of game. He's a very calm player. He doesn't make big waves. He's not controversial or, you know, super memorable. I feel like that almost sounds mean to say. I don't want it to be. He's such a nice guy. I actually had a chance to talk with him in an interview you can check out on our YouTube. FoCuS is sounding confident here, as confident as one can be against Lin. He tells me he thinks it's going to be a 50-50 chance between these two.
Yeah, Lin said the same. I caught him outside. They said FoCuS is in a good, or he said FoCuS in a good shape. It comes down to items. Here you see the recent results. Lin versus FoCuS. It was a 4-0 in the AWL Grand Final. That was a big statement. Same result in the WGL July Qualifier Grand Final. The stats are insane in favor of Lin. As we said before, 80% win rate, 15-4 in seriousness in favor of Lin. There was a 12-0 win streak by Lin, and among those 12 games, it was 7 times without dropping a single map, in best of 5s and best of 7s as well. But now, the last match in W League, FoCuS took it. It was a big statement, 2-1, it was close, but he made it, and that was the last time they met before these grand finals.
Yeah, and any ladder player out there, of course not the same as tournament experience or tournament games, but if you've been having a losing streak against this one player and you meet him again, you're like, oh, god damn it, it's him again. I always lose to him. And it feels so oppressive having to play against him, but then one time you get that victory under your belt and like, okay, you know what, I can do this. Yeah. It's not impossible. So I think this most recent victory, as you described here, that's so important for FoCuS. Without that, maybe the psychological warfare would already been in his demise.
Absolutely. If you go into this match with a 0-13, man, what does it say? FoCuS not signed by a team yet, so being in this top 8 could increase his market value a lot. I think the victory over 1-0 already did that, but a semi-final of the biggest tournament in the scene would be even better. CH it is. They start with creeping gloves of haste for Lin, claws of attack for FoCuS. Pretty good. Both of these items. Replenishment potion for Lin means he can harass a little longer, but we talked about it before in this matchup. It's not too much about the Blade Master. It's all about tier 2. It's all about the Shadow Hunter. What items will he get and who gets level 3 first?
Our players' forces are under attack.
Exactly. When we have Sperling and Ensnare, this is usually where this game really starts ramping up. With Ensnare and Hex, we may see a very aggressive mid-game. But by then, Blade Master's level 3 at most. And, you know, with the changes, the crit isn't going to be so crazy anymore anyways, especially on level 1. And everything's mitigated with Spriddling anyway, so normally you cannot rely on this man right here to carry you through the game. It has to be the entire army control with Ensnare and Hex and Kodo Beast Devour and Spriddling and Disenchants. You have to manage more than just your first hero.
Ooh, FoCuS with Lightning Shield creeping here. Lin is around the corner though. There is a Dust of Appearance that he can use to reveal the Blade Master. Uses it now and doesn't go for the creep. Who's getting it? Was it FoCuS?
I was so close.
Oh,
it was
Boots of Quell Balas.
Yeah.
And now he said +9 agility. That means +9 damage, increased attack speed in combination with the Gloves of Haste. DPS-wise, Lin is ahead by far.
Yeah, and of course the Blade Master was nerfed, you know, critical strike and all that, you guys know about it. That only goes for flat damage though, for claws like this. If you get agility, that still counts into the crit multiplier. So, these are phenomenal drops for Lin.
Absolutely. I said before, FoCuS is kind of the Gustav Goose of the Warcraft scene, finding a lot of good items, but today Lin seems to be a little ahead of that, at least on map number 1. Tier 2 has been reached, Shadowhunters are coming, and we see nothing else but Beastery and Torrent Totem for the Raider Walker Kodo combo. And since the days of Violet back in 2009, it's by the way Violet's birthday today, congrats if you're still watching. It's about the Kodos in the fights, man. Oh, nice timing by Lin, going for the Beastery. There's no way to repair this for Orcs.
He's not going to commit for this one. It seemed like he was going to be able to get it, but maybe he wants to go away before the SH comes out. Of course, he knows this timing by heart.
Yeah, if he gets a Hex here, it's very, very dangerous. But to complete my point of before, it's in the later stages all about the Kodo Beast, focusing them out. If there's no Kodo Beast for one of the players, the 10% damage boost is gone, and then you constantly have to fight uphill, which is super duper hard. And you might get a unit back if there was one Devour before.
There's so many things that can swing a fight in this matchup, like one big Devour, one Kodo Snipe.
Ooh, or a big mana potion.
Oh, yes. That one as well. Wow, Lin's items are...
That's FoCuS.
Wow. Wait, did he... Did he buy it? Ah, no, he got it from his Tuskar camp. Okay, sorry.
Lin is splitting the experience here from his Blade Master and the Shadowhunter. The Blade Master is harassing constantly, so 0 experience for him at the moment. But full experience on the Shadowhunter, but he's caught off guard. First Hex here. There's only a big heal potion, no TP. Speed Scroll being used by Lin to escape this situation, and it works. FoCuS, a little gift here, but can't capitalize.
Yeah, it's a strength of the Speed Scroll, though. Gives you so much freedom around the map. Once there is Ensnare, once there is the perma lockdown, of course, no longer the case. But Lin knows, okay, you can't have a Raider plus Ensnare yet. So even if I walk into your army by accident, I have that Scroll of Speed. Probably the best item in the game when you consider its cost.
FoCuS with a little mistake here. 6 workers in the mine. The War Mill is coming to unlock the Kodo Beast that we talked before. Lin wants to engage a little, though. Blade Master around level 3 wants to prevent that, and that works so far.
Only level 1 Shadow for FoCuS, right?
Yep, I think so too.
That usually should mean that he cannot hope to win this engagement. Maybe with the Scroll of Healing. They're gonna battle for it, and he's gonna get it. FoCuS ends up with the expensive item, which is so powerful, though. Last hit towards FoCuS as well. And here flies the first Ensnare. Hex to prevent the counter Ensnare. Really nice play, but the Lightning Shield here doing lots of damage as well. He's splitting the Grunts away from the Blade Master, minimizing the damage from it. And finally the Raider is gonna go down. It took forever, but he gets that kill thanks to the Hex. And now the Shadowhunter has to be careful himself. He's focusing him. I think there was a healing potion, or it was the scroll to heal him back up again. He has to keep his second hero alive, otherwise this could already be game, but he will make it to safety for now. Everything's dropping low here for Lin. He would love to have that Scroll of Healing now.
He has to pass the big mana potions on the Blade Master the entire time. He can't use it for heal scrolls. Lin with a 3 supply advantage, losing 1 more grunt is FoCuS. The magic damage of the Spirit Walkers comes in. He makes sure to get this kill with another Ensnare. First engagement of the game. Lin should have won. I don't know if he used the mana potion. No, he did not. Save that for later, and there can be so much value from this item. It was dangerous to not use it. It was super dangerous to keep it on the Blade Master, but might have been the wiser choice.
Yeah, the early mid-game decision from FoCuS to creep with his Blade Master resulted in the fact that his Shadow was so underleveled, still only level 1. It's not supposed to be like this. You're supposed to be easily level 2, but rather moving towards level 3 right now. And I think this is the big story of this early game and mid game so far. Lin running away with experience. FoCuS would love to steal the big one. But this is really dangerous. There's 3 Raiders here.
Yes.
With Perma and Snare lockdown, he could just die. But I guess there's no dust. Last hit goes to Lin and the item as well. It was the ring,
Ring
right?
has 3, yes, exactly. There were 2 grunts hurt as well, but FoCuS doesn't have the damage output. And as you said, 3 Ensnares and the Hex can't afford to do it. But he got a lot of vision, knowing where Lin is, knowing that Lin is retreating into his base. So this opens up the map for FoCuS a little. He has to creep like crazy. He spends more money on items now with his level 3 Blade Master, of course, level 2 Windwalk enabled, so longer duration. Lin Shadowhunter close to level 3 with a normal mana potion. Little investment by Lin here into items as well. FoCuS is not at 50 supply at the moment, so 1 unit is missing in his army mix.
So levels now looking okay for FoCuS. The items on the blade especially, though, are worse. But he's got that other heal scroll again. This is a specialty on this map right here, and on Echo Isles we only have 1 merchant. And then shop control is always so crucial. Invol's perhaps not the most important. Nice steal right here, but certainly the Scroll of Healing. Blade Master in a bit of danger to be surrounded right there, but his army was close by, so not too dangerous in the end. Is this level 3 for Lin's SH? This would be a massive game changer. It's not quite, but he's extremely close now.
Going for the Kodo Beast immediately, Ensnares flying. The focus of Lin is a little better because he has his Blade Master right nearby. There's also no Spirit Link, a little late. FoCuS doing 1 or 2 mistakes here in this beginning of the fight, and that is the game changer. That is no Kodo Aura for FoCuS.
That was level 3 for the SH as well. Now he can heal that up even more. And Hex after Hex coming out as well to prevent the damage. In the end, it is gonna die here, this Kodo Beast, but it took forever. And snares everywhere onto the Raiders, and it looks like Lin is gonna lose quite a few of them. Big Scroll of Healing coming in for FoCuS. Everything for him green again, and he might be turning this fight around.
Looks like it. Lin is dropping a little in supply now, breaking upkeep as well, losing a little bit of gold. Shadowhunter a bit out of position. Nice heal wave by Lin to heal everything back up, but everything is orange.
Late Master for Lin out of the Hex, and I think FoCuS Shadow shouldn't have too much more mana. But as you can see, a lot of blue units remaining here. It's looking good for FoCuS here, the underdog. He's gonna lose one more Walker, but taking some more kills as well. Lin's still with a supply lead though, but everything's so hurt he needs a scroll of healing.
Oh, one more kill for FoCuS here on the Walker. The Raider will fall as well. Lin is re-engaging into this with another Spirit Link. The Grunt falls in the front and the Walker as well.
Oh my god,
this looks like a slaughter. One more Raider down. Speed scroll to disengage now. And snares are flying though. Shadowhunter went to the shop. Does he have a scroll of healing? Yes, he does. Saves him for a little, but the Blade Master seems to be out of control. Kolo comes back into this. Wow! What a heal wave by Lin. But does it save him? What? This micro. No, the Shark Crumbs. Long range gets the kill here. And he's just cleaning house with this Blade Master. Another Hex. Critical Strike gets the kill. FoCuS at 41 supply. Lin at 44, but FoCuS on 600 gold.
He's gonna lose one more here. He's gonna get back to his base. That Kodo really seemed to be swinging the fight back in Lin's favor, along with that massive scroll of healing. Wow. And the heal wave following up after that.
The Walkers, man. Just limping home. Lin, though, with better macro as it seems, during the fight, FoCuS had 700 gold, not reproducing his units. Lin constantly doing that, so that's why he's back at 50 supply, close to level 4 on the Blade Master. That will give him critical strike level 2, and therefore a lot more damage in the upcoming fight. Shadowhunter regenerating the mana with a clarity now, and FoCuS has to creep up.
Finally level 3, man, that took forever. Pretty impressive, honestly, that he was able to stay in that fight for so long, being down that level and actually taking the lead in that fight as well. Really, really well done. But overall, the engagement still favored Lin, of course, as you can still see in the supplies, and especially the Blade Master's inventory. We said at the beginning of the game, you can't really rely on your Blade Master to carry the game for you. But if he's level 4, with these good items, I'm not saying he's going to single-handedly win you the game, but he's certainly going to help you out a lot.
That's true. But in the last engagement, FoCuS had the weaker Shadowhunter, as you said. FoCuS also, for a short period of time, had no Kodo Beast in this fight. So Lin had two big pro arguments for him, and still it was almost a 50-50 fight. Now we go to the Black Dragons, to the Blue Dragons, I'm sorry, for FoCuS. But Lin is pushing into the base. Is that the big item that he needs? Claws plus 12. Oh, it is.
All right, it's going to help him out a lot with the right clicks. Again, doesn't add into the multiplier, but still, of course, good right-click damage.
No TP on FoCuS, right?
Yeah, as so often, of course, so he's going to lose some buildings here, as it seems. No reinforced defenses. Seems like you should have that at this stage in the game, especially with the lumber count.
Nice timing by Lin as well, having the burrow for the 60 suppliers here already, and keeping FoCuS stuck. Also losing a grunt here. He can't reproduce them at the moment. Lin is town portaling home with that advantage that he has. He will save some more money and then go into 60 and then push again. He has a lot of trump cards in his hand right now.
Yep, a good trade there for him. Gets the shop, gets the burrow, gets the grunt, and only loses the 1 TP for it. But he may be giving up the bottom right side of the map, and that's where the most creeps are remaining. So it wouldn't be too surprising if Lin went down there right away again in upkeep, considering that he supply blocked his opponent. But he's not going into upkeep. He's still sitting at 49. Is Lin? He needs that scroll of healing. There we go. So important to grab this item.
Plus 17 damage, man. This Blade Master is insane. Plus 24, yeah, but the agility is certainly lacking.
Agility and also Gloves of Haste, which would make a difference.
Oh yeah, especially in the later games. The more often you hit, the better is your chance for a critical strike, and that is a lot of damage.
He's more than 4.5 already on this blade, by the way.
Level 4 on the Shadowhunter as well, always carrying a mana potion.
Oh, FoCuS afraid. He's speed scrolling out of there, just seeing the Blade Master only.
This is the Blue Drake for Lin. Another
drops
mega item. If he can steal this, man. There should be reveal though, right?
I think we just saw the Shadow inventory. I don't think he has a dust. This is going to be a big last hit.
Hex Crystal Ball.
He steals it, but it's only the Crystal Ball.
Don't know if he got the... He didn't get the experience, right?
No.
No, that went then... Well, whatever.
Till inside, yes.
Yeah, till inside. But this is 200 gold that he gets from the Crystal Ball. Could swap it into... Huh?
250.
250, yeah,
That's
sure.
a lot of gold. We'll buy something better.
Oh,
boots. He goes for the Boots of Quel'Thalas.
Whoa, that's expensive.
That's 400 gold.
Well, in the trade it's 150, you know, but it's still an Invo Potion. But this is the damage that he needs for the crit. And he got the heal scroll as well.
Yep, that was very important.
And that's more attack speed for him. He equalizes the DPS of the Blade Masters, and I think this is super important, especially when we go up to level 5. If we have a 4-time multiplier on the critical strike on level 5, and then FoCuS has no agility, I think this is the right call to use a little money to catch up.
Yeah, both Blade Masters here are getting scary stacked. I wonder if Lin is going to look for some items in here as well. He doesn't really have too much money. What do we have? Is he buying something? He does have a slot open. He sold the Gloves of Haste.
Ooh, okay. I do disagree with that choice.
Yeah, me too. But he's almost level 5 now. If he solo creeps the remaining creeps, maybe he can get level 5 Blade. He sees him here. So you gotta look for the backstab. This is a pretty massive flank coming in. FoCuS needs to consolidate his forces. He's gonna do that as well. Down for the supply, and in we go. Towards the first walker right away. Hex onto the blade, disenchant. Skull of Speed coming in. You want to prevent the Devours here. They are very important, so end snares have to be flying towards those Kodo Beasts. Once again, they are the focus immediately. Disenchant to get rid of the Spirit Link. And the first one is going to be dropping pretty damn fast here, we have to say. So now the next one has to be target number 1. If FoCuS takes out this as well,
no
so
Spirit
quick.
Link, man. Yeah, exactly. But Lin does the same. Heal Wave coming in. This time there is Spirit Link, so the Kodo is just soaking up the damage. And that goes onto the rest of the army for Lin.
Alright, all Kodos have fallen, no more bonus damage. Now it's about the right units focusing the right targets, repositioning other walkers here for Lin. But everything seems to be much lower HP already for FoCuS. Don't know if he has that stall of healing still. I believe he may have already used it, but perhaps more importantly, his Shadow Hunter is out of mana, in a bad position as well. If he gets ensnared, which he does, he could die. That was the scroll of healing. Mana pot, however, was there. Didn't see that earlier, so as Shadow makes it back to safety. By the way, level 5 was reached on this Blade Master for Lin. He's going really crazy right now.
Yeah, but Lin is struggling a little more. Ensnare's flying. The walker's all super hurt. The big favorite has to evacuate, but not if he goes for the Shadow Hunter and kills him. This is so close. He has nothing to get out of there, right? Also no mana anymore.
One
this
more
could
hex.
be the GG right here if he kills the SH Spirit Link again. Ooh. Is there another Ensnare coming for FoCuS? Oh! The hexes! And now the Raiders come from above. He has to use the nets. He does. Can he get us around? Because, oh, that was the last Windwalk. He sees him. But is the damage enough? Is there another? No. Oh, there could be another Ensnare. There is. Is FoCuS turning this game around? He was about to lose this. Where is the cooldown? Is it off for the Ensnares or the hex or
Where's
something?
the
Shadow Hunter is in the base. Getting some mana back and getting safe was a little too risky. The game could have been ended for both players right here, but both saved themselves. Whoo, what an Orc Mirror we have as the first game of the day.
Absolutely a treat between these two, but I think FoCuS missed a big opportunity there. The Shadow should have been ready there with the Hex, and then he still had 3 Raiders for the Ensnare. He would have, I don't know if he still had the second charge of Dust, but that was really scary.
Having the crystal ball now, huh?
Extreme. Wow.
Time to breathe a little for both of the players, but FoCuS is getting a big creep camp on Lin's side of the map.
Item,
Once
+3 again.
Is WFZ playing Orc here or what?
We've had quite a few. And almost level 5 Blade. It may even be enough. It's so close. Extend the Shadow away. No! That would have been level 5. +31 damage. Oh my goodness. On this Blade Master. Level 5 Shadow though, also, that's perhaps even the bigger deal. I think it is. Lin's pretty close to it. If he solo creeps the remainder of the red camp, that could perhaps be PS level 5. And that would be absolutely game-changing. How much do we have left here? No, okay, that's not enough.
Basically nothing. FoCuS already at 50 supply, also 600 gold, a 500 gold advantage that you can spend on items, mana potion, invul potion, heal scrolls, level 3 critical strike now for Lin. FoCuS super close. This peon actually could, not really, right? And it is not enough, as you said. And it is also not enough for FoCuS.
4 experience. Can I buy Tome of Experience, please?
This is not a custom game, man. We don't really see the items in the marketplace, unfortunately, same as you.
Yeah, he didn't buy anything. You could buy a greater mana potion, but it's very expensive. 400 gold.
400 gold.
It's a very good item, though.
We're getting ready for the next big fight. FoCuS is breaking upkeep. He won basically both engagements on, well, the first one not really, but he was so far behind that it was almost a miracle that he held up there. And now he just has to wait until the production is finished, and then it is time to push into Lin's base. Watch awards.
Alright, he buys the sentries. That is 150 gold. Not that expensive,
Good
especially
value.
for shop control. Really nice.
Yes.
If he catches the Blade Master off guard here, just Hex and Ensnare lockdown, that could be an easy way to victory here.
Exactly, and Lin has no idea about these watch awards.
Yes.
He didn't see it in the inventory of FoCuS. I'm pretty sure he didn't see it in the marketplace. So
Smart pickup.
from his thinking, there is no watch awards on the map. FoCuS, man, really 200 IQ marketplace purchase.
And FoCuS is already in upkeep, and Lin has to, like, get there himself. If he's too greedy, waiting too long, suddenly he has to fight against a 65 army with only 50, and I don't care if you have a sharp advantage, that's not gonna go well for you. Well, normally. I mean, it's Lin, so you never know.
Depends a little on the position as well. I mean, FoCuS's army is a lot of melee. If you find a position where everything is blocking each other and you can't get the DPS here, then you might have a chance even with lower supply. Upgrades are coming now as well.
Yep.
Lin was saving a lot of money for that, and that should be level 5. The Watch Award helping with that. So, crit level 3 for him as well now.
Alright, what do you buy?
Nothing.
Still nothing?
Just checking the entire time. Invo potion for Lin now, and the heal scroll.
Yeah, Lin was very greedy with his no upkeep for such a long time, but with that he got a big upgrade advantage. It's going to be 2-1 versus 0-0 now.
Whoa.
If this hasn't changed yet. It was 0-0 for FoCuS until like a minute ago. And wow, Lin moving in. I think he's still waiting for a couple of production cycles, but he's not afraid. Down as we can see here in supply, but up by upgrades. The second attack upgrade is going to kick in soon.
FoCuS saw the entire army now. He had the time, or has the time,
Yep.
to check everything. Mana on the walkers, equipment on the heroes, levels of the heroes. He knows it all.
Again, we look towards the marketplace. He has around 300 gold here, Lin does. He bought something, or produced something. Okay, it was a unit, not an item. Tense moment, dude.
Yeah.
This is the calm before the storm.
This is way closer than anyone really could imagine before this before this game started.
Wow, this is one big horde.
The gold mines are empty. No more income for neither of the players.
Okay, what you see is what you get here, guys. Pretty much anything that dies will not be replaced.
FoCuS has the peons already in his army. Lin waiting for them. They're coming from the base. And here we go. The deciding fight in map number 1. FoCuS versus Lin.
Alright, first couple of end snares flying. Big disenchant there. May grab him an easy Raider kill to start with the heal wave too late. And the Raider's already gone. Using some Hex here onto the Blade Masters as well, trying to limit the damage. The big deals here are gonna be the big disenchants and the Kodo Devours. But the Kodos really can't get in the front line. They're just being blocked by everything. And you can see it's a massive front line as well. It's about end snare timing, Spirit Link timing, and disenchant timing. Blade Master dropping low here a little bit is for FoCuS. Big crits coming in from both sides. The two first heroes battling in the front, but now repositioning because FoCuS, wise to the fact that he might be in danger. Kodos here, a few will be falling. If someone gets 2 Kodo kills here, that would be the big deal. And Lin is going to lose one up here as it seems, and one of those Kodos for FoCuS was able to devour. Usually that shouldn't happen because the end snare disables that ability. But that was the case indeed. So, 1 Kodo down for Lin, 1 Kodo down for FoCuS.
Lin is plummeting in supply, man. 45 only, and the next walker is falling to the blade. This looks like a win for FoCuS, man. The peons are falling, but that doesn't really matter. Raider is still alive. He has still so many walkers in the back line. Does the marketplace have something to offer? That's a big level up for FoCuS now, the heal wave.
Yeah, it's all about the mana as well. We have 2 more waves, heal waves for Lin, and he needs them as well, dude. Everything here is so bruised. Blade Master looking for the kill on the Raider. Oh, last second. Literally last second heal wave.
And he gets rid of the next Kodo Beast, and he gets the GG. The underdog scores the first win on Northern Isles. FoCuS, the second place of Group D, with the first surprise of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people were thinking, oh man, this might just be a quick and easy 3-0. But nuh-uh. Lin here. This is something very rare to my eyes to see from Lin. He gets an advantage early and then still loses. It was not a big advantage. Don't misunderstand me here, please, but he had a decent hero level advantage, and that is a big deal already in the Orc Mirror. But FoCuS, man, showing resolve, showing strength under pressure, not cracking, as sometimes he may have done before, coming back here and getting the first victory.
This is like the other way around than we've seen in the normal Orc Mirrors with Lin. Usually he's a little behind from time to time
대해서
and then gets back.
말씀드리자면은 일단은 제가 주로 준비해 왔던 게 호크 선수랑 110 선수 그 두 선수 상대할 때는 만족할 만한 경기력이 나왔던 것 같고요. 그리고 나이트 엘프 상대할 때는 좀 종족 간의 유불리를 떠나서 좀 잘 못하지 않았나 생각이 듭니다. 아 제가 생각해도 이번에 160전 준비했을 때 그런 그 헥스를 사용해서 사냥하는 거는 다른 오크들에 비해서 제가 좀 선구적으로 빨리 발견하지 않았나 그래서 똑똑한 플레이였던 것 같고 다른 오크들이 앞으로 따라하지 않을까 싶습니다. 린 선수가 강한 상대긴 한데 아무래도 나이트 F 선수들보다는 낫지 않나 하는 생각이 들고 최근에 제가 한번 이겼었기 때문에 이번에도 이길 수 있도록 열심히 하려고 합니다. 저는 포커스입니다. 준이 형, 저번에 내가 이겼으니까 이번에도 또 이길게.
And yeah, this was FoCuS, and what a start to this day.
A nice little character piece as well. I love when they include those into these matches. To see a little bit more of the players as well. Unfortunately, couldn't quite understand them, but yeah, he's feeling confident. As I told you earlier, in the interview with me that we have up on our YouTube, he told me it's a 50-50 thing between us. Anything could happen, depends on the daily form, the condition, as he called it. Lin, is he the killer Lin that we're used to right now?
Well, I haven't seen any big mistakes in this game.
No,
to be honest. FoCuS in the last fight had the heal wave a little too late, but apart from that, really the Shadow Hunter positioning was great during the fight. The clarity was running, the position was good. He always started the engagements right with the Kodo Beast. It was not a big advantage for anyone here. But very uncharacteristic, as you said before, that he gives an advantage out of hand. Maybe he needs the pressure, maybe he needs to fall behind a little, because what he did in Orc Mirrors in the past few years is just insane.
Yeah, this is of course also a long series, it's a best of 5, so
yeah,
one map loss isn't going to be the end of the world. Sometimes, at least it seems that way from our perspective, players almost seem to need that slap in the face to wake up every now and then, you know. He's got to have a minute to think about this, what he did wrong, what he did right. Speaking of finding mistakes as well in this matchup, there's so much stuff going on in each battle. I always feel like no caster in the world, not even if you're talking twice as fast as ODPixel, can point everything out because there's so much going on. The Walkers are supposed to focus the Grunts are supposed to focus the Raiders are supposed to go for the Kodos, they're supposed to ensnare, and disenchant, and Spirit Link, and Hex, and Heal Wave, and Windwalk, and repositioning, and Peons. There's so much stuff to do, so if you really want to pick a fine-tooth comb to go through those mistakes, I think you have to start the replay and go like half speed, and pause every now and then as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. There's so many super small steps that make the difference in Orc Mirror.
I feel like in general with Orc, there's so much stuff to do. If you execute it super well, you look like one of the greatest in the world, but it's so hard to get there. You have so many things to manage, not only in a battle, but also with your movement across the map, with the heal cells and the clarities and the windwalks and everything. The reason why we have a lot of Orc complainers on Battle.net saying it's impossible to defeat Talons. It's absolutely impossible. Whereas the top dogs, FoCuS, Lin, and Fly, sometimes make it look imbalanced the other way around because they know exactly what to do at exactly what time, when to attack, when to retreat, when to creep. But it is very hard to do. I will give you Orc players that. You have my respect.
It looks like after 1.25 years of suffering in Orc Mirrors against Lin, FoCuS somehow find this move that he was lacking to be on that Orc Mirror level of Lin. As we said, he defeated him in W League in their recent encounter. 1-0 for the underdog, but never count out Lin.
Going on to Last Refuge next. I feel like there was a facet to this matchup that seems to have all but disappeared. Last year, or maybe half a year ago, we saw every now and then Tier 3 being sprinkled into the game, into the meta. But I feel like I haven't seen it in forever. Is this something you cannot afford anymore? Wouldn't surprise me. It was a tug of war back and forth in map number 1. It was so close. So many turnarounds in those long prolonged fights. And yeah, it goes to FoCuS surprisingly to many of us now. Map number 2. We have Lin spawning in the bottom left, in the red. In the top right, it is FoCuS in the blue. I mentioned earlier that sometimes we do see Farseer plays, but probably not on this map.
So rarely. Yeah. This is such a great Blade Master map with, again, so many good items, also good opportunities to steal stuff on this map if you have a level 2 Windwalk. FoCuS, his GCS performances so far really underperforming. I mean, he's always there and he's always in the top 6 of tournaments. Doesn't really matter if online or offline. More online than offline, and of course more in Western competitions than in worldwide competitions. But in GCS, what did he really accomplish? He participated 6 times. He made it to the playoffs 3 times. That's okay, but oftentimes dropping in the quarterfinal. Only in GCS Winter 2017, he made the 3rd place. But apart from that, he was eliminated by TH a lot and by Romantic. Both of them not here in this top 8. So maybe if he doesn't face a strong human, FoCuS can make his best performance here at the Gold Series tournament.
Absolutely. Getting into the game, I was staring at the screen. I'm like, what am I missing? Well, I tell you what's missing in these bases. Barracks.
Yep.
For both of them. And normally it's always a standard part in the org opening, obviously, especially in the mirror. Against Nightov, even more so perhaps against Human and Under, we see them skipped a couple of times for fast tech, as you can see here. And I think this is a mind game between the two. Of course, they've had a lot of ladder games against each other, and I believe how we can interpret this is that one of these guys played a very good aggressive Blade Master opening against the normal Grunt opening, and so they feel like that is too strong of a strat, and they don't want to expose themselves to this. So now they end up playing both without Grunts, which is super unusual.
Absolutely. FoCuS no selves on him, sniping the big High Priest here. What do you think is the best item here? Reach Potion? Because he's lacking the heal self at the moment?
You know, I love my sentry wards, dude.
Everyone loves the sentry wards, especially FoCuS last game was a big difference maker.
One of Illusion can also be sick, by the way, in the big fights.
Yeah.
Lin uses one immediately to scout with, and it is sentry wards here for FoCuS up on the high ground.
Can he go for the barracks? Looks like it, right? Is the damage enough with the agility nerfs on the Blade Masters?
I don't know. It's a level 1 blade. I don't think you can get that.
He has a circlet though. Okay, doesn't go for it. Rather creeps it to have a different item from this ogre. And both players do exactly the same. Of course, they know each other for so many years, both around 14 years of pro experience, and they've played each other many times.
Yeah, they got the timings down here precisely. And again, I think this is a mind game. If you end up actually meeting your playing against an orc opponent who goes 2 barracks, 2 burrow, I mean Grunt opening, and then you get pressured, I imagine this can go very wrong, but no. They know what the other guy is most likely playing like and what to expect. And yeah, with this we're going to end up with a very fast tier 2 tech, even a little bit faster for FoCuS. He did not even go for the shop before starting the tech, so he's going to have his second hero coming out very quickly. And of course you guys know how important it is to get that Shadow up to level 2 and 3 as quickly as possible. Not saving any of the Wands of Illusion here, it seems, for the late game.
Yeah, this can be a very cool synergy if you maybe...
Oh.
Was it coming? No. If you save a Wand of Illusion, use that on a Kodo Beast, and then Spirit Link them all together, that's such a boost to your HP pool of the Spirit Link.
Yep.
And a lot of damage goes onto that illusion then, and you can't really prevent that, except if you Dispel, of course. T2 has been reached, FoCuS a little faster. By the way, on Last Refuge this year, Lin is 4-0 against FoCuS in tournament games. Seems like the map likes him a little better, he likes the map a little better, and so it's like a no-brainer why Lin went for that map as his first pick.
Should be able to cancel this here, as it seems. The SH isn't quite out yet. Oh, I love the repositioning. Minimizing the surface area from the Grunts, and that is a cancel. A very late cancel at that. That cost him a lot of lumber. He doesn't have a bestiary coming up yet, I think.
Haven't seen it
Is
either.
Is he actually playing without bestiary?
He doesn't have the lumber, right? Only in a bit.
He's got it now.
Now, I guess.
Yeah.
Shadowhunter is out. Both Blade Masters a little hurt. Here comes the heal self, but Lin could focus there. But do you want to really expose your Blade Master to a Hex? Not too sure. But he's going for the totem again.
Still got a lot of HP though.
Oh, he booked the beast.
Blocking it!
Oh, wow. Blocking it with this Blade Master. So FoCuS is falling so far behind in tech. I mean, of course, both are at tier 2. Of course, both have the Shadow Hunters, but Lin's totem should be finishing, and the Beastery is a lot faster. So with that, his first Raider is out earlier, his Ensnare upgrade is finished earlier, and then you have map control. Because you can't afford to run into Ensnare when you don't have it.
Yeah, and Lin feels, FoCuS feels he needs to defend these buildings as well, these two buildings of his. So his creeping is really suboptimal. Shadow still only 0 experience. This is going to change now, of course, but this is a big camp. You can't really creep that solo.
And he's going for the Beastery again. If he cancels that,
This
the
is enough.
Ensnare will be like 90 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes later.
Yeah, he's getting it again. And FoCuS is like, well, it's not like I can just camp here, but he made exactly the wrong call. Or did he? Oh my god, he's actually coming in right in time. Never mind. FoCuS knows what he's doing.
Speed scroll as well. Can he go for another Hex? Reveal being used from the laboratory to reveal this Blade Master. And this could absolutely be a kill for FoCuS. Lin overextending a little. He wants to sacrifice himself into the creeps, or what is this? Oh no! The boulder toss saves Lin, but here comes another Hex. Here comes another backstab. And that is a fast level 2. FoCuS is back in this game. If not for another boulder toss? No. Rock Golem leaves him alive.
Okay, he got the hero kill. That's a big deal. But it didn't come for free. It was like 3 reveals. It was a dust of appearance. He lost the grunt to creeps during this. And in the meantime, the Shadow for Lin was just solo creeping. All the meanwhile, almost level 3 now. His Blade Master's gonna be far behind, but his Shadow's looking good. So yes, it's a hero kill, but it's by no means over. It was only level 2.
Exactly. And as we said before, the Shadow Hunter is the key. Not the Blade Master, really. I mean, the Blade Master can make a difference as well, especially with high critical strikes and the good equipment and stuff, and with good map control, but the heal wave is the big ability.
Lin is moving in here.
Whoa, he got the last hit with a Chakram, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Can you believe the cojones on this guy? He doesn't have the Blade Master here. But he doesn't care.
Nope.
He just does not care.
There's not much
He
damage.
steals the scroll of healing right here. Wow. Wow.
Just, yeah, it's different. The Blade Master of FoCuS is not really pimped. He gets the level 3 here. Could be a Tome of Experience. Nope, Tome of Agility though. Leaves it on the ground.
Is he
for the
really
Blade.
gonna leave it for the Blade?
Maybe he shouldn't, but
Dude,
the Blade
are
Master's
you gonna...
coming. Lin is pushing now.
Alright, level 3 Shadow, level 2 Shadow, level 2 heal wave. Excuse me? We told you, it's a big difference maker, but now he's really gonna attack into his opponent's main. He's bringing in the mana potion. This is a big commitment.
He has the better mana potion. He has the better heal wave. He has the mana potion. He has more supply.
He's got the scroll
And
as
he
well.
got the scroll. Oh, and FoCuS is starting this creep. That is absolutely not a good timing. He sees it now, but there should be slow. Oh my.
And this is such a bad position now. This is such a bottleneck. The Raider can't come in right now. The Kodo is hexed. Disenchant though against it. Nice move away from the Grunt so the Kodo doesn't get the Devour off. And he's just going for the Bestiary. Does the Raider pop out in time? No! He didn't.
And the boulder, the creeps are angry with FoCuS, and the Blade Master wanted to capitalize, but there is another heal wave on the other side. Lin, this looks so great for him. He's on the way to the 5-0 on this map, going for the Kodo Beast, surrounded by peons, and the Blade Master is bringing in the damage. There is a heal wave, there is Spirit Link, but it's still only the level 1 wave.
Yeah, FoCuS got like nothing left. Goodbye, Kodo Beast. He's got walkers only. That's it. GG. Wow. Lin loses the hero into finishing the game with a very decisive push there.
What an unusual move. Without your first hero, without your damage carry, going into the opponent's side of the map, stealing a big creep there, stealing the item, and then push. I mean, psychologically, FoCuS was on the rise again after losing the Beastery, which of course threw him back a lot. But then, you know, you get this Blade Master kill and you think, alright, I'm on track again. If things go normal, I can win the later fights and things equalize on the way there. But Lin says, no man, you don't get that time. I know what I can do, even without a Blade Master, and he comes and he kills.
Funny how he uses the strategy that usually orcs get abused by, but first let's look at his piece.
일단 전승으로 5승을 해서 5승할 줄 몰랐는데 컨디션이 이번에 되게 좋았던 것 같습니다. 제일 힘들었던 게 032 선수 산단이랑 했었던 건데 마지막 경기를 제가 이길 수가 없었던 건데
영삼이 산단이 실수를 해서 제가 이길 수 있었던 게 가장 기억에 남습니다. 솔직히 8강에 올 거라고 생각은 못했는데 8강에 왔으니까 4강도 가보고 싶고 4강 가면 또 결승도 가보고 싶고 목표가 일단 지금은 한 명 더 이기는 게 제 목표입니다. 我是린 이번에 8강 선수가 어떤 상대일지 모르겠지만 최선을 다해서 연습 열심히 하지 않으면 절 이기지 못할 겁니다.
He is the dominating force in Warcraft 3 in 2018. He participated in 12 tournaments. He won 7 of them. That is a 60% win rate of tournaments. Unbelievable.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And yeah, this is the dominance that he sometimes shows. Started all the way back when he came back from the military. Back in the WCA China vs. Korea Clan War. He just came back freshly out of military service and destroyed the whole world. The elite of the whole world. And we're like, oh my god, how can anybody ever stop him? But it's not like he's dominant like that all of the time. As we mentioned earlier, at the Gold League, he hasn't had the best track record yet. He really seems to belong in one of those finals, but FoCuS is making it hard for him here. He may have lost the last map super one-sidedly, but maybe that was one of his stronger maps. And here on Twisted Meadows next, FoCuS is going to have hopefully a better plan laid out.
You made a good point there, that Lin in Gold League tournaments is not showing off really. This goes for Premier tournaments in general. His last Premier tournament that he won was WCA 2016. Apart from that, no big win. No NSL, no Masters Coliseum, as he said, no Gold League. When it really counts, he seemed to struggle against guys like TH who constantly eliminate him, and 1-2-0 of course. FoCuS with the Lin spawning here, but okay. This, yeah, we go into this map, Twisted Meadows. On Twisted this year, Lin is 5-2 against FoCuS. We always said FoCuS has the item luck, and the item luck comes into account here on Twisted the most, because there's so many spots. 4 Vamp Auras, 4 Boots of Quel'Thalas, 4 Sobi Masks. This is the map where you can really stack up.
Yeah, exactly. Also for the Shadow, there is mana potions here. Not too many, I guess, but a Pendants of Energy, Pendants of Mana, Robe of the Magi. This
Step
is, by
of
the way...
Silence.
Yes. This is, by the way, a map where I've seen quite a bit of Farseer first from Lin. I wonder if this is a consideration for him. It's Blade Master for FoCuS, of course. We're not expecting anything else from him. But what's Lin going for?
Interesting. Blade Master. Okay, they rely on the old hero. So, is FoCuS going for the creep that Lin invented on the upper left position?
I'm pretty sure he is. The barracks is positioned in such a way that it would suggest this.
For new viewers who haven't seen Warcraft in a while, may you elaborate what FoCuS is going to do?
Of course. This is going to be a very advanced creep trick. If you guys haven't played too much Orc yet, I wouldn't recommend this, but if you can pull it off, it can be absolutely amazing. The way it works is you aggro the creep camp towards the top right of your base, of FoCuS's base, with the Grunt. He's going to be doing that, and he's going to be trying to trap in the big boy, the big rock golem, between the forest and the building, and then block his escape path with these 2 units, and then messes with the AI a little bit. The rest of the creep camp retreats, and he's only having to fight 1 creep here. It is a big guy, but with the help of the burrows, that works out pretty damn well. Comes at the cost of some lumber, but you gladly take that, especially if you get a Tome of Experience. That would boost you to level 2 right away. Not quite the case. Tome of Strength plus Robe of the Magi. Not the greatest drops, but still a nice start here to level 1.6.
Interesting start by Lin, not going for the Tome of Experience gamble that is at the shop right in front of his base. But only getting the circlet and then stealing experience away from FoCuS. So he knows exactly where his opponent is, I guess. And yeah, that's level 1.5 for him. So experience-wise, they are head-to-head.
Yep. And he sees the inventory here, sees the level, is like, okay, at least you didn't get the Tome of Experience, because that can really mess with games. These drops can be pretty unfair. I've seen games here before where it's Tome of Experience plus Boots of Quel'Thalas, and then it just feels like the early game's already over. So FoCuS was not as lucky. And yeah, as I said, it comes at a lumber cost, because the tech just started here for FoCuS, and I love that Lin's aggressive against the peons here now as well, making lumber even bigger of an issue. Lin is going to have a big tier 2 timing advantage. And now, when you look at the game like this, you have to ask, is it even worth going for the Rock Golem?
Well, the Row of the Magi will be great for the Shadow Hunter, is great for the Blade Master at the moment because it's one more Windwalk. But you're right, Lin coming in, killing a peon here is certainly diminishing FoCuS's lumber, but it comes on the cost of a grunt.
It's absolutely going to get this one. And that's almost level 2 for him now. Ah, he wanted to save him with the Scroll of Speed. He was almost in range. That was so close. That was like half a second, and he would have saved this one.
Yeah. Also a lot of time bought for Lin here by dragging out the Blade Master so far out of the map. So he disables level 2 basically, but Dust of Appearance goes to FoCuS.
Yeah.
A player's forces are under
Both
attack.
players here invested a lot of mana into Windwalk, have basically nothing left. This run kill was especially important because now if you just take out this little green camp, that's level 2 already. You don't have to go to the Knolls, don't have to take a big risk. Already now he's got level 2 and crit unlocked. And Lin once again with the worse early game.
Yeah, he's not finding FoCuS at the moment, walking to the wrong direction. The Grunt will help him creep this, leaving the Ogre Lord alone maybe. Ah, he has so many selves, he can take this. The item of this spot goes to FoCuS, and then he's gonna be at 2 1/4 basically. Should be very fast with the 3 Grunts that he has. The question is gonna be at tier 2, how late are FoCuS's buildings?
And getting
Face.
double face, not too bad. Yeah, they should be quite a bit behind Lin's timing, perhaps half a minute or so, which can make a big difference. I like the scouting here from Lin, wants to find out where his opponent is. He's got the weaker standing army right now, so he has to try to evade his opponent. He really doesn't want to lose another Grunt.
Double circlet for Lin, that's good, but he gets the healing cancelled. Tier 2 is about to finish War Mill early, because he can't afford it, I guess. Lin is already on tier 2, gives him the Shadow Hunter, and the buildings are already in position. FoCuS is not going for that base. Interesting, by the way, how FoCuS is creeping with the 3 Grunts to speed that up a little, while Lin is creeping with only 1 or 2 Grunts and sends the 3rd one over for scouting. Uh-oh, and here we go again. We've seen this on Last Refuge, and this timing is absolutely glorious.
It's so great from Lin. He realizes, okay, you got that early Rock Golem, but that means you're gonna have tech disadvantage, and he keeps on poking him in the eye as far as the tech goes, trying to keep those tier 2 buildings from coming up for such a long time. Now I wonder, is this gonna result in Lin trying to go for a tier 2 timing? Is he gonna go for 1 raid or 2 walkers, 1 raider, 1 ensnare, and then try to attack?
He could do that. He could also use that time just for map control, you know, to power creep with the Shadow Hunter and then go for the level 3 timing as he did on Last Refuge.
Oh my god, can he cancel this again? This would be absolutely massive. But the Shadow is here with the Hex coming in. This shouldn't really be doable. But I guess he needs to bring the Blade now as well.
He's coming.
Yeah, but
Needs the Hex. Reveal.
oh, Dust. Is this maybe dangerous? Oh, nice. The Scroll of Speed before the Hex.
Whew, that was really close though, man.
Absolutely.
Split second before he turns into a little animal.
And once again, Lin's Shadow massively ahead in terms of experience. And where does FoCuS go now to creep?
Yeah. The Rock Golem at the laboratory is gone, so that's not the most efficient thing to do. Of course you can go to the mercenary camp, but that is exposing your back to Lin's army, and you really don't want that as your opponent has the faster ensnare. But you are right, man. He's just pushing with the Shadow Hunter.
Even before the tier 2. This was very aggressive here, eating a Hex. Way too far forward, to be honest, here with the Shadow. Has to run away with the Scroll of Speed. Another Hex could have killed him otherwise. So that was a little bit headstrong, just running in there with the Shadow. And I don't know, that looked a little bit weird. Deciding now to back off for a little bit. Is Lin gonna creep the gold mine? FoCuS lost track of him. Despite the level 3 blade, that shouldn't really happen.
That's the spot where you can get Claws of Attack +9, or the Pendant of Energy, or your most beloved item, Boots of Speed. Heal Scroll number 1 goes to FoCuS. He should have a lot of vision. He should have the map control with the Windwalk level 2. Item is Parry Up. Okay. Tome of Agility is really nice for him. Going for the backstab. Okay, just a little annoying into the... Okay, I know where you are now. Don't be too ballsy with this.
Yeah, cancel the healing as well there from the Blade Master. So, but there were more heal salves available. Cost another Windwalk though. You know, a little bit pokes and prods here and there. And this could be a big timing advantage for Lin. He's got the 2 walkers. He's got the Raider. FoCuS doesn't have him yet. But it seems like Lin is not gonna force the issue.
And Lin also no level 3 on neither hero. Level 2 should be the case for FoCuS afterwards, but this is one of the 6 creep spots where you can get... Oh, nice. Pendant of Energy. That is amazing in combination with the rope. Is FoCuS going in? No, he's not. Flute of Accuracy. Not the biggest deal in Orc Mirror.
He missed that one. Seems like
Yeah.
FoCuS wasn't looking there. Usually he always gets those,
Yeah.
but they're just a split second.
So, Tome of Experience means level 3 for the Shadowhunter.
Doesn't. Oh, he did get it.
Ooh,
He just jumped up a lot, so that
Yeah.
should have been a Tome of Experience.
Yeah.
He's very, very close now. But in Orc Mirror fights, sometimes it can take a long time until something dies.
This Shadowhunter, by the way, is going to be insane. Oh, healing cancelled again. Nicely
Nice.
positioned by the Blade Master. 2 Windwalks for FoCuS remaining. 0 extra mana for the SH. Same heal wave. And now we should see the Shadowhunter
Oh,
soon.
he would love to get this kill. This would be level 3 for him. He's going to invest hard for that grunt kill, and he's going to get it as well. No heal wave coming in, and he's full mana level 3. This is a big advantage for Lin right here.
We do have the Kodo Beast only on FoCuS' side, though, so that's 10% damage that Lin is lacking. The next heal scroll being used to save this one Raider. The Grunts are putting in some good damage. The Kodo is not going forward to eat. But in the meantime, the Grunt would have been an easy kill.
One Raider goes down. The Kodo still doesn't get the Devour off. What's going on? Here we go. Finally opens the mouth wide enough. And FoCuS, is he turning this around once again with crits coming out? Not the biggest crits, but crits they still are. So many crits. 3 here almost in a row as it seems. Here's the Kodo finally, but gets ensnared immediately. 2 Raiders still on the battlefield for FoCuS. Can use those ensnares. Everything's dropping low on both sides. Big heal wave coming in one more time, and he gets the Devour off. That's a massive deal. Keeps the ensnare away now. The Raider is gone, and Speed Scroll has to be popped. And he's surrounded by the peons.
He has Windwalk, though, escapes. Lin with this 8 food advantage. Losing 1 unit, most likely in the stomach of the Kodo.
Yeah, there's one in Lin's stomach. There it is. And now he gets the Merchant as well. That could be a Scourge Bone Chimes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a Scroll of Healing. Could be a Tome of Experience. Lots of experience in general, of course. Lin here,
For Lin.
certainly taking the mid game so
Think he
far.
sold the item already, right?
Ooh, Telestat. That's
Okay.
something we don't see every day.
Getting home for the Clarities. No tier 3, by the way. That is a tactic that especially Cash likes, or few orcs tend to go for the tier 3. But if it's that close as it is between Lin and FoCuS, you really don't have the resources. It would be a nice upgrade for the master training of the walkers to give them more mana and more mana regen, and to be able to revive them. You could upgrade the Kodo Aura for 20% more damage instead of 10. You get the Orb of Lightning, which can be insanely good to dispel Spirit Link and get the Purge for slow, but you just don't have the resources. And Lin is creeping so much. What consumable is this?
Greater mana, that's what he wants. Didn't get a chance to see it yet. Lin is retreating? I was thinking he was going to go from red camp to red camp maybe, or like red camp
FoCuS
laboratory or something.
FoCuS is going for the red camp. Lin is going from shop to shop, just stealing the consumables.
Okay, so I guess he wants to go for a fight once again. Isn't going to go creeping now. He may just go for a TP. Force the TP home,
Yeah.
then TP back, get a favorable trade, and then keep on creeping from there.
FoCuS is seeing this, though. There is a
Oh,
scout
nice
peon.
scout. Really good.
So he should be ready. I don't know if he has a speed scroll or a TP, but he must have that one, right? He's going for the big item. The biggest item in all of competitive Warcraft. Costs more time, though. Spell Shield would be amazing. Mana would be amazing.
It's a Pendant of Mana. He already has the Pendant of Energy, by the way.
Ouch. And the Robe of the Magi. And a Mantle of Intelligence. This guy can cast everything forever, but FoCuS is again losing the burrows. All the magic damage in the world. He didn't go for the reinforced defenses, and that kicks him in the butt right now.
Yeah, I'm amazed that he still didn't go for that upgrade, despite what happened already in this series, and now he lost 4 burrows? Was it 3 or 4? And he's not getting anything. He's losing the last one.
Mass repair,
Oh my
but
god.
this is disastrous. Lin is ready to go for 70 food. He still has 400 gold. And look at the resources of FoCuS. He can rebuy 2 burrows, but then he's still supply stuck until the end of day. Okay, wow. Okay, he spent it all. All right, everything that he saved, he spent it now.
But still, again, a very
This Shadowhunter,
smart
man. This Shadowhunter
He has to do
has
this.
to save it.
He has to win this
Exactly.
game by himself. Lin's gonna have a 10 supply lead here in a moment. Oh. But FoCuS is realizing, okay, you're probably gonna go creep one more camp and then attack me. So he's trying to creep jack at the laboratory, but that's not happening.
Ouch. The Shadowhunter should have around 1,000 mana points, I guess. We'll see about that.
Slow speed moving forward. Ensnares have to fly towards the Kodos, otherwise they get the Devour off.
Lyn has no Spirit Link for a long time. Easy damage, but FoCuS is losing a Kodo in the back. That's the second one, though, so he has this backup Kodo for the damage aura.
And I think Lyn did get one Devour off onto a Raider right here. Or is it the other way around? I'm not quite certain.
Shadowhunter a little out of position, but now full health again.
Kodo is surrounded, but not really taking too much damage here. It's mostly peons and grunts. Whereas Lyn's Kodo Beast is taking quite a bit of damage as well. Heal wave after heal wave rattling through Lyn's supply lead here. It's slowly going down.
Yeah, it's melting,
FoCuS
and now the Kodo Beast is gone as well. Lyn overcommitting here a little. There we see it, 835 mana, but now it should be over.
Oh my god, this Kodo is surviving for so long. Are you serious? Finally it goes down. Wait, what?
FoCuS calls for the GG. Doesn't see a reason for this anymore. I mean,
Didn't we still have 2 Walkers and 2 Raiders?
pretty sure, but maybe... I really don't know what... Maybe he thought the Shadowhunter lead was too big, but with this inventory, shouldn't you try everything?
And that seemed a little premature to me.
Me too.
He had the Boros up again. He could produce again. I don't know if he had a shop back at home. Maybe he didn't.
Yeah, if he has no shop, then this tap out makes a lot of sense.
Maybe he's gonna, you know, keep on losing in the chase. And yeah, if he doesn't have a shop at home, then indeed,
Yep.
it's
That
dire.
must be the reason. I mean, Lyn was running away with the Shadowhunter levels as well, so maybe that was adding to it as well, but it must have been the shop, otherwise there's no reason. Because Lyn can then go for the clarities, go for the mana potion, push again, and then he has 3 heal waves, and FoCuS has maybe 1.
After that devastating blow to the Boros, I like how FoCuS took the initiative, went across, and was like, you're probably creeping the laboratory. And that is the most predictable play. But Lyn, reverse psychologying, probably thinking, okay, you think I might be doing this, so I'm not gonna do this. And I think this is what may have won him the game right there. If it was over, still not sure if it was exactly over, but FoCuS thought so. And now Lyn in the lead.
And Lyn with match points. It's 2-1 for the ultimate weapon. And it could be one more map to his second top 4 performance of a Gold League event. He wants that trophy. He wants the Frozen Throne for so long already.
Alright, FoCuS, this has happened twice now. I hope this time he researches reinforced defenses at one point. Not too early, of course, but like during or after the first battle, I think this should be the goal. Alright.
Lyn now 6-2 on Twisted Meadows. FoCuS's second pick. Don't really know what it was. Do you remember that, Terranos? Concealed Hills. Alright. The orc map in this tournament with 3 great red spots, with 2 heal fountains. This is match points for the newest newbie team member. Lyn cracking his neck a little, getting ready. If he's able to perform this harass on early tier 2 once more, if he can delay FoCuS's tier 2 once more, then it looks amazing for him. Lyn about to enter the semifinal for the second time and making the dream semifinal at least halfway real. The Orc Mirror continues, but now FoCuS is under pressure. He was ahead, he lost that lead. What does it do to you psychologically if you are the underdog already?
Alright, in we go. Against 1-0, FoCuS played a marvelous game here. I think that may have been close to a perfect game. That was so beautiful, well thought out all the way through. Does he have a strategy so well prepared here again in another matchup in the Orc Mirror? We've gone through a couple of different openings. Seems like we are going back to the barracks, if I see this correctly, so far, at least from FoCuS's side.
Yeah, Lyn's best Gold League performance so far. GCS Fall 2016 with the second place for FoCuS. It is GCS Winter 2017 with the third place, where he won the third place decider against Czech. Apart from that, both really not that successful. Only once made it to the playoffs. Lyn last time was defeated by TH though, 3-0, and that was a little devastating for him, I guess. Lyn has only lost 3 Orc Mirrors this entire year, which is absolutely crazy. 2 in WGL qualifiers, where you might say, okay, Lyn was qualified already.
Maybe he didn't take it seriously, but yeah, the third one by FoCuS. FoCuS, on the other hand, as we said, very, very stable. He's always there. He was the best performing player in the entire qualifier. Finished this with rank 1. Lin close behind, though, with a 3rd rank. They faced in the July qualifier. There it was a 4-0 for Lin. FoCuS on, since then has stepped up his Orc Mirror a lot, but he needs a better performance than on map 2 and 3. He needs a better preparation for the early tier 2, and he needs to win, otherwise he's out.
Yeah, we've had some pretty different games here across our first 3, but I feel like what we always end up in the mid game with is that FoCuS SH is not in a good position. He's stuck on level 1 forever, then he's stuck on level 2 forever. So I'd like to see him get him to level 2, get him to level 3 more quickly. It does make so much of a difference. Perhaps creep your level 3 Blade Master quickly if you can. It's a good start now for him as we are in the super early game. It's a Claws for him and a Ring of Protection for Lin. So Lady Fortuna looking to perhaps want to see a game 5 as well.
Indeed. And who, you know who predicted a game 5?
Who did?
It was Sock. Talked to him outside and he said, you know how it's gonna be? FoCuS win, Lin win, Lin win, FoCuS win, Lin win. So far, 100% prediction rate for Sock, who almost qualified for the playoffs as well. Only being defeated super close by Fly for the 2nd place in Group B. Fly who's gonna play Moon later today.
Earlier to do it today. Little side note, it was Sock and Lolite playing custom games. Best of 5, Human Mirror, and Lolite almost won. That was pretty funny.
I saw the map that he won. That was quite cool.
Level 2 now, hoping for the Tome of Experience here, were the 2 players. Neither of them lucky enough, however. Only something else. Didn't quite see what it was. Tome Agility, I guess, is also something you gladly pick up, don't you? And especially enrage Twitch chat if you don't. I know you guys, you don't like seeing that.
Then a little slower. That's the difference of the Claws of Attack, the +6 damage that you get from this item. And so far, it seems Lin is not going for the early aggression. Tech should have started. This is, of course, the big upside for Orcs on this map, the heal fountains, especially at night when the creeps are sleeping.
Lin again.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Can't really get anything here.
Nope, the burrow is finished. You should be able to save all the peons.
Tier 2 should be pretty close by, though, so he may be hanging around the main here, trying to go for those cancellations once the buildings come up. It's a very small camp, like 4 minutes into the game, or however late we are.
Tome of Agility. Yeah, you don't get an item for this, just the tome, but you're so far out of the map that your opponent will most likely not scout you. And not knowing where your opponent is, then maybe Lin plays it a little more careful, and that carries FoCuS into the tier 2.
Yeah, this is, I feel like, across all the games so far, the most passive we've seen. Just a little bit of creeping here, a little bit of creeping there. Oh, FoCuS is getting a very nice camp right now, at least the item. Oh no, he's taking the entirety. Ooh. Interesting. That's a little risky, isn't it?
Yeah, I wanted to point it out before, and then I kind of forgot. FoCuS is usually the king of starting a creep camp, going for the one creep that carries the item, and then leave. Pimping up your heroes, falling behind a little in experience, but sometimes it actually works because, as I said, he is pretty lucky with his jobs usually. This time, in this series, we haven't seen this once.
I really like it, though. Actually, he didn't go for a signature item snipe. Instead, he went for the gnolls that would have medium armor. And, of course, for that reason, can get taken out by the runs easily. Didn't get an item, but got experience. And now he's level 3 early. This gives him so much map control. And now, for once, finally, his Shadow should be able to get off to a great start.
And he gets the burrow a little later. That's fine. He has the Hex, though. Should be a little careful, but the Blade Master is so far away that it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, as you said, very uncharacteristic to FoCuS the experience for once.
Oh. With the Cloak of Shadows there, he saw his opponent. But FoCuS himself should have seen this as well. And this time around, it's Lin protecting his base, camping here with the second hero. Unlike all the previous games.
He has a good vision, though, knowing exactly what FoCuS is doing.
And Lin got the Dust of Appearance. This is very important. With that, now he can continue to be annoying. But he doesn't have much mana, only around 100 left, so it seems like he does have to walk away. FoCuS seems like it's going to be getting this camp.
But once again, splitting experience.
Yeah, and especially with the blade already level 3, is this really necessary?
Yeah, I don't really know either. I mean, you need damage on the null. Maybe he retreats. No, he doesn't. He takes the full camp with the Shadowhunter. Lin taking 2 spots at the same time. Slippers for him. Oh, nice.
2 small ones though only. Blade coming in here. The timing doesn't line up for the big boy, but he's level 3 now. That's the most important thing, I guess.
Did he get sold the item they found in the bottom left? Shadowhunter should be a little ahead for Lin. Not sure.
Yep, he's gonna go for the merchant here. There you can find Wands of Illusion and such. And with the Hex easily done as well. Still no engagement at all. Truly a very slow game so far.
Ooh, Watch Awards, an item that kind of decided
Oh.
the first map. Oh, Shadowhunter, super hurt for FoCuS.
How is he so damaged?
I have no idea, man. Walking into the creeps, maybe now Walkers arrives, but yeah, this is not how we wanted it to be. Maybe focused on the Blade Master of his own. Kind of have a mirrored situation here, but both of them seem to go great for Lin.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, not gonna get a kill here. This is not the way this works when the players are so good. But he's slowing him down. Again, shadow advantage. This is what Lin has been able to achieve every single game so far. And once again, he seems to be getting it. And with that, look at this. Map movement is so good. Lin knows where his opponent is. Now he can go for the middle for the red camp and snipe the big boy.
Yeah, that is such a big camp. Biggest experience on the map, best item on the map. And the Blade Master is here to help as well. Pretty safe as well as you lure out and then ensnare surround. Blade Master comes in, though was revealed and immediately hexed.
I love the blade usage as well. Lin keeps him on the other side of the map. First of all, annoying to the opponent. Second of all, solo experience for his second hero, Shadowhunter. And then when he needs him for the damage for the big camp, then he comes at the perfect time.
Yeah.
And this is where Orc looks so strong and so powerful. But knowing exactly what to do at what time with preparation, by the way. You can't just be like, oh, I need him right now. You have to think like half a minute to a minute ahead.
Yeah.
This is where the beauty of these players comes in.
FoCuS is trying to catch up, goes for the second red spot, but who knows, of course. Lin knows. Coming in for the steal. There's no dust, I think, on FoCuS' side because Lin stole them the entire time.
This guy's got inner fire, though. It's not so easy to get the last hit. Oh, then he
Too
misses
early.
it.
And FoCuS gets both of them. But the rest of the army comes in from the north. The big dragon is still up, but nice control. Ensnaring the Shadowhunter limits his movement and therefore escaping safely. But he can't really give up the dragon as he lost the middle already.
Going for the dragon is dangerous, though, because you need ensnares to get him, really. And then when you get creepjacked, you not only take a fight in a worse position, but also being down ensnares.
Yeah.
Now he's down ensnares. Both ensnares at the moment on cooldown. This means Lin's Kodo could get a Devour off.
FoCuS caught up with the Shadowhunter, though, is closer to level 3 than his opponent, and the Shadowhunter is a little out of position. FoCuS not realizing or not using the Ensnare, saves him for the fight.
And here we go. Big disenchant coming in against the entire army, it almost seems, but he gets the Kodo Devour off, something that shouldn't happen. As we can see, the other Kodo is ensnared the way it's supposed to be. Is FoCuS going to lose the second unit here? The grunt is very low, and now Lin is going for the Kodo Beast, but that is a big tanky boy. Seems like he doesn't have disenchant here to get rid of the Spirit Link heal scroll coming in for Lin, along with the scroll of speed, but the Raider of his will be falling. If the Ensnare wears off, maybe he can save this Kodo Beast, but no, Kodo goes down. And with that, a big damage drop here for the entire army for FoCuS.
Yeah, FoCuS has to follow up this kill. FoCuS is with both heroes, but there comes another heal wave. There's no Ensnare left for FoCuS, as it seems the Raider there trapped himself. Another grunt almost falls, but the heal wave is there in time, delaying that death a little. More Ensnares, more kills there. He needs to get this kill. There we go. Level 3 on the Shadowhunter. That's the big advantage right now. He has that heal wave to save his last Raider, but only for so long. The Kodo Beast is still up.
Level up now as well for Lin, but I think that was his last heal wave. Also, both players here taking massive losses. Kodo will be dying, the Grunt will be coming back on like 2 HP. Might be an easy kill. Oh, he just got devoured before the Kodo falls. Everything here is so super duper low. This might be where the Blade Master's inventory really comes in big. He has to save these walkers, but how can he? How can he maybe with a scroll?
This is okay. He saves at least 2, but what is left? The Blade Master has to leave for the left-hand side, and Lin now has a 10 food advantage. This could be the semi-final for him right here. We have a dream semi-final on the left side of the bracket, and that is Lin versus Moon, the two most decorated players in the history of this game, and Lin is pushing for this semi-final, getting the second red spot creep that carries the item. Has a super big supply lead. And experience-wise, it looks great for him as well. Sobi Mask for the Shadow Hunter.
Wow.
More and more and more arguments for Lin.
FoCuS is really under the gun right now. How can he fight his way back into this game? One help would be the Greater Mana Potion. Let's see if he's fortunate here as well. Greater Healing, not really what he wanted.
Almost level
4 as well. And again, the attack with the TP. This time there's reinforced defenses though.
Indeed, that will take a lot longer, but you also have Raiders. They do good damage against buildings, as you can see. FoCuS is losing his shop again. The Shadow Hunter would love to see his mana, 240, that's okay, but no potion for this fight. No mana potion.
In we go, no Kodos at the moment. Lots of walkers here in Lin's army. The SH in the middle of everything, but should be fine, I guess, thanks to the healing and the Spirit Link and all. First kill of the fight goes towards Lin. He takes out the Raider, keeps his own alive for now. More heal waves coming in. That was the last one though. His Shadow, as we could see there, totally dry now. Maybe this is the time to use the TP here after that kill, and that he does. Once again, fantastic trade for Lin. He will lose one grunt, but that was all.
Okay. FoCuS, what do you do now? You don't get the mana regen that Lin has. There you can see it, plus the Sobi Mask. He will be back in fighting shape in no time. FoCuS has to go for the red spot, but of course Lin knows this.
Yeah, this is the only way, the only place you can really go. Like, no other spot on the map makes sense. You either go here or you camp in the base. And camping in the base is not a winning play. But Lin is not going for the creep jack right away. He's on his side of the map, going for the laboratory, hoping himself for the greater mana. And here we see the creep trick again that we've been introduced to from FoCuS here.
Not really, though. It is still attacking, but you can take it with ease, and it is Ruined Bracers.
Really unfortunate here with his items.
Doesn't do anything in this matchup.
One of mana stealing could be nice if you can steal a heal wave away from your opponent.
So what do you do now if you're FoCuS? Of course, rebuilding the shop and stuff, but Lin was at 700 gold, investing 500 gold right now into stuff that doesn't break upkeep, so upgrades and items.
A player's forces are
Got
under
that heal
attack.
scroll now for certain invul probably as well, but FoCuS got a heal scroll of his own. I like the patient play here from Lin. Doesn't have to push into the base. He's gonna take this camp instead. The item may be gone, but it's experience. Getting his Blade Master close to level 5. And I think there's still the...
Went off mana stealing. This is no Windwalk anymore. This is still a big potion, and he has to re-engage now. But man, what a bad position, and so much free damage. That is one of the occasions where the Wand of Mana Stealing can win you games. Hacks on the Blade Master to diminish the damage. He gets one Walker off, but no. Nice heal scroll by Lin to save this one. Again, engagement onto the Kodo Beast. That is the only one for Lin. Spirit Link is on, and Heal Wave saves it for now, but only until later.
Dude, FoCuS is running away with this fight. This was so much damage committed to the Blade Master. He didn't get it. Now he's got the Kodo advantage. FoCuS might be winning the game right here after falling so far behind. If he gets the Kodo, is that his way back into this battle? I'm not so sure. It says Lin has more supply, but it's not looking like that at all in this fight. Must all be stuck in production because Lin, on this battlefield right now, has like nothing.
Yeah, but it's just a matter of time, man. FoCuS is not following with his production, killing more, but there's going to be reinforcements. You see it, 2 little dots coming from the north. Raiders are falling, less control, but FoCuS has so much more Ensnare in this army. Level up for the Shadow Hunter as well. No one is really close to 5. This heal wave, big, saving 2 units. Can he clean FoCuS's army up, or will this be GG soon? Another Raider fault. He has no control in this army.
Alright, it's alright. Like some walkers come back from the fountain actually, and they're going to take out one of their brothers here on the other side as FoCuS loses more and more. Oh man, it looked so good for him there for a moment, but now he's losing quite a bit on the way back.
Ethereal form save again. Lin with a massive block. Look at this. Beautiful. FoCuS trying to deny. There's no Raider. He can poke more with this Blade Master, but man, again, 11 supply advantage.
Alright, but
FoCuS was really close.
he just almost came back there. Or did he come back? I'm not sure. Whew. So much damage was sunk into that Blade Master, dude. The entire army wailing away for like 20 seconds. But he's a tanky boy, especially backed up by Heal Wave.
Again, healing up a little at the fountain, getting more experience there as well. Close to level 5 Blade Master and halfway to a level 5 Shadow Hunter. Can he steal this one? This would actually prevent level 5, I guess.
Can get it.
Oop.
Damn. Nice.
There we go.
player's forces are under attack.
Shadowhunter's coming in as well. Reveal and snare. Will the rest of the army be there fast enough? I don't think there's consumables on this Blade Master.
There's only 2 Raiders though, that may not be good enough.
With Hex, maybe another comes in. No, but he's already halfway down. FoCuS disengaging. Of course, he can't take this fight, being 2 units low.
Only 2 heal waves on his Shadow as well, not the greatest.
We haven't seen too many involts in this Orc Mirror, right? Only 1, I guess.
Yeah, usually Blade Masters aren't the key target as they just tank so damn much. Oh my god, this is a big army now by the Lin. Looks more than 50 supply. Maybe he's got no lumber peons
Player's
anymore.
forces are under attack.
FoCuS needs time. I think he's not producing much at the moment. A grunt. Oh, actually another grunt. He needs a lot of time, but there should be another fight in the middle for the remainder of the experience. Wants to take that away, but big fight ensues, and that could be the final one.
Blade Master almost level 5, only 1 more kill, and Lin is there. Blade for FoCuS in the front line here. Is he perhaps in a bit of trouble? He has been in that situation before, but now seems like he'll be getting away. But the Raider here is not going to be that lucky. And Snare will secure this kill. Oh, the heal wave coming in. May only be delaying the inevitable, though, as finally it falls. And that's level 5, and the big crits coming out right away. Beast gets to eat on both sides. And Snare's there perhaps a little bit late, or perhaps on cooldown. We don't know. Big scroll of healing coming in for Lin as well. He's got the 10 supply advantage now. He's moving forward. He doesn't care about the creeps in the back anymore. He may be losing some grunts, but that's okay, I guess. If he gets the Kodo here, that's the biggest kill he can get, and he will with 250. That looks like the old patch. He's moving forward here, finding kill after kill. This seems to be him on his way to the semifinals. Or can FoCuS fight his way back? He's looking damn desperate right now. Once again, he's down to only 4 units and no mana.
He needs a Hail Mary. He needs some kind of hero kill, but he's facing a level 5 Shadowhunter. He's going for that, but no! That's it! Lin makes it to the top 4. 50% of the Dream semifinal are real, as newbies Lin is the first player to make it. It was tougher than expected. It was way closer than the stats and the history between the 2 players suggested. But all that experience made it, and the favorite prevails.
Yeah, especially impressive what FoCuS was able to pull off on map number 1. But across all 4 maps, it was Lin with a stronger performance. Not by too much, but it was better.
A little mistake by FoCuS to not adapt to Lin's play on map 3. He exposed the trick already with the burrow go, and FoCuS wasn't ready for that. And that, I think, broke his neck. Losing that game 3 when it was FoCuS's map choice, that was brutal.
And imagine if he doesn't suffer that burrow damage and can just take this super late. Both players kind of creep around the map clockwise, counterclockwise. And then he can rely on that 800 mana Shadow.
850, yes, even better.
That could have gone an opposite way, but, you know, sometimes you go for those little, can we even call it cheesy plays? No, it's just, you know, an economical play. It's not only about standing army versus standing army, it's about resources, it's about timings, it's about when you can go into upkeep and follow up into upkeep, stuff like that. There's a lot of things to consider, and FoCuS not always paying 100% attention to all these different facets.
True that. He had a great map 1, but then, you know, maybe running out of steam a little. There were not these flashy plays as we saw with the Watch Awards on map 1. There was not this big creativity that we had on map 1. But man, it was still a great tournament by FoCuS, eliminating 1-2-0, going head-to-head with Lawlight in the group stage. Not getting destroyed by Lin and Orc Mirror is kind of an accomplishment. It sounds bad, but it's true.
Yeah. And
there are a lot of teams that will reach out their hands to this guy right there.
And speaking of teams, if he's even going to join a team, because he told me... Oh, he told me nothing.
Nope.
Ah, okay.
You had to delete that, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well. Caught me off guard. So let's just move on to the next topic, because we have another game for you guys today. It's going to be, well, you already called for the Dream semi-final earlier. Moon is going to be facing off against Fly, and this already was not a one-sided affair by no means, but we had a big favorite on paper, and I think after what we saw in the group stages, this is looking even more one-sided, just anticipating what's to come.
Moon is 10-0. Moon has not lost a single map in this tournament. He looks so strong as he was in 2017. This is gonna be interesting though. Last time GCS, Fly was against 1-2-0, and we all said, okay, this qualifier is gonna be boring, huh? 3-0, 1-2-0. But guess what? Who was eliminated, and guess who made it to top 2 in the end? Never underestimate Fly in Premier tournaments.
Fly is like, you know how Kriolofos was at WCG?
Yes.
Fly is that like in every tournament. You can never count him out. There's a few tournaments where he disappoints, and we say, well, that's not the world champion from back when. But there's other tournaments where he's just looking like the strongest player in the world. You're like, oh my god, you are 10 times TH in his prime. Seriously, when Fly shows up, a little bit exaggerating perhaps, but that's going to be our next game, guys. Moon versus Fly coming up next. We give over to our Chinese friends, and we'll be back soon.